Hello and happy Friday. Anne McCabe here with Curo Private Wealth. I hope this finds you well. Have you ever heard the expression, bears sound smart, but bulls make you money? Well, if you haven't heard this expression, what it means is bears, or the Armageddonists, the folks who are constantly talking about why the world is coming to an end and why the market is going to crash, actually sound quite smart. They sound like they know what they're talking about and they have a crystal ball and they know exactly when the world is going to come to an end. Whereas bulls, who are those folks who are more positive, they try to reinforce the message that you should be invested, you should stick with it in the long run, may not sound as smart, but those are the ones who actually make us money. Because here's the deal, if you look historically, the S&P 500 increases about 75% of the time. So this week I had the opportunity to hear Michael Cembalest, who is with JP Morgan, on a podcast, and he does this fun thing where he tracks the results of what he calls Armageddonists. And one of the things he was talking about is, as humans, we have a tendency and a bias towards negativity. And if you think about that, it makes sense, because one of the reasons we've survived as a society is because we're attuned to threats and we know how to run away from them, or at least to plan from them. So we have a natural attraction to negativity. And one of the things he shared is magazines and newspapers have done experiments where they only put good news on the front cover. And what they have seen is that sales drop by somewhere around 2/3. So it is a real human nature problem that we are attracted to negativity. And guess what? The media knows that and they feed us more negativity constantly. So one of the things Michael and his team did is they tried to put some numbers behind what would happen if you followed these Armageddonists and you made portfolio changes as a result. So if you were to move $1 from the S&P 500 into the bond market on the day these Armageddonists made their calls that the market was going to crash, what he and his team found is the portfolio impact you would have experienced would have been down anywhere from 30% to 60%. And then further, what he found is after COVID, after 2020, when the market went down over 30%, had you followed them at that point when they were mostly doubling down, I mean, some of the quotes are incredible. We're going to have the worst bear market in my lifetime. We're in a depression, not a recession. I continue to expect the S&P 500 to lose about 2/3 of its value over the coming years. And we know what happened post-COVID. The market has about doubled since that time. So it would have been an even worse experience for you had you followed them back then. So this is such an important reminder for us to be aware of the fact that as humans, we have a bias towards negativity. We are attracted to scary, bad news, and it is so vitally important that we are aware of that and that we don't allow that to derail our financial plans, our long-term goals, and our portfolios. So I'm so grateful to Michael for sharing this interesting information and data. I'm definitely going to be using the term Armageddonists moving forward. And this is our friendly reminder. I know I probably sound like a broken record because I talk about this all the time with clients, but it is so important if we want to be successful in the long run financially. So thank you for taking the time to watch this. As always, I hope you have a great weekend and I look forward to seeing you back here next week. Take care.